All right, so just for the recording purposes, for anybody that didn't join the class or join in later and gonna rewatch it, so I'm gonna actually ask you guys to engage with me, and because I have two different types of classes that I want to do, but I want to give you guys the opportunity to let me know, like, hey, yeah, let's go over that, Moody, or I kind of understand that, or maybe not to like the way you understand it or overstand it, Moody, but maybe let's do the other class. So I'll let you guys know what it is. But first, let me pull up this website. This is a website that I was using when I first got into options trading. I forgot all about it. So I was going through. Well, this is MSC Teach. I might do it on MSC Teach. Yeah, I don't know. I was going through like my own DMs with like groups that I were in, helping people and things of that nature. And I was just finding a whole bunch of stuff. I was going through like my old messages, like when I was helping certain people that I ain't on my old phone that I ain't delete none of the messages, and just found a lot of gems that I was like, oh, this is really gonna be able to help a lot of people. Options playbook. Yep. So this one is called optionsplaybook.com. You guys can I'll drop it in the chat as well after the class. This is mind blowing. I love this website. This website, and I should have, well, not should have because I would not have remembered, but it would have been dope to go over this like with the Greeks and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna run through it really quickly for you guys. And before I run through it really quickly, just gonna let this marinate on your brains, and then let me know when I ask y'all what you guys would like to do. So today I was just gonna go over like some spinning tops. I was gonna go over some spinning tops. I was gonna go over like some more like bullish reversals now. I was gonna bring it into patterns, right? Since we were just on one candlestick, and I was gonna merge them into patterns so we can start to look for some of these things, whether they were tweezer bottoms, morning stars, evening stars. But I know I talk about that a lot, but I know I don't break it down the way I see it a lot of times. I just call out, hey, there's a morning star on this time frame or whatnot. I can go ahead and just break those things down for you guys and see how many patterns we may go through, right? Like little small quick reversal patterns and things of that nature, maybe like a little quick training, a training exercise. The training exercise requires, I can also do the training exercise on a completely different class where it require you guys, you won't have to show your screen, you won't have to show your face, but I'll allow you to share your screen. But of course, I'll do it first and then show you what I'm looking for you to do. And then basically say chart up bull flags or morning stars, or finding them on your chart, not looking around too much, just of what I give you and seeing what you can find, what you see there, and knowing how to trade it, right? Or I was going to run through my beginner's option class with you guys, right? And that goes over what's the uptrend, what's the downtrend, what's consolidation, and also what is support and resistance, right? The way I handle and do that class is showing you what it is on a bigger time frame and also on a smaller time frame, so you can be able to identify that and know how to trade it. Is not really identify. I will help you identify higher highs and higher lows, but it's more so identifying that trend, right? And then identifying certain patterns or good entry points off of patterns inside of that channel. How to trade it, but that's like the beginner's chart class. So I'll let that marinate for you a little bit. If I have to say it, because I know I just said a lot, just let me know after I go through this. But real quick, it features 40 option strategies for bulls, bears, rookies, all-stars, and everyone in between, right? I really like this here. And these are going to be a lot of the strategies that you've heard before, right? But what I really like about this is the way it's broken down in a way that is explained and communicated, right? Is the way it's communicated is so easy for the mind to be able to comprehend it, right? So we could go to, oh, well, I just clicked on home. Didn't mean click home, is already at home. I meant to go right here, options basics. So we'll just click that, right? And you should get like a tab. It normally does right here. There it is. You'll get a tab right here, right? each one of them will give you a tab and things of that nature. Is Milena on this class right now? Yeah, Milena. This
I
would
sure
be.
am. Hi.
This is, hey, how you doing? Managing positions. This would be great, right? Like, and I'll just click on it real quick before I go back to the options basics, right? And it'll teach you different things where it's like rolling a covered call, right? Don't just specifically just focus on what the title is reading. Go through this and read through it. The reason I say that, oh man, my ice cream just touched my hair. The reason I say that is because even when I went through it, you'll start to identify with certain things that it may be for this strategy, but you'll be like, oh, I could implement that into what I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Got it. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. So going back to the options basics, right? Where I first went, as soon as I got on here, everybody should know where I first went. Where did I first go? If anybody would think, out of all these categories.
Meet the Greeks.
And if you read this, it's only this and that video that I put out, Black Girl Stocks, that did a Greece video. I have my own Greece video. But if you watch that video and you read this, you'll start to understand and be like, oh my God, Moody's literally speaking this, literally, word by word. And what I mean by that is like you come here and you'll see, you can click on here and it give you a whole nother description, but you'll start to understand why is Moody always saying the change of an underlying stock, right? Because I know how to read the money, right? And things of that nature, right? And then you'll start to see the price call will go down about, well, let me not start talking about that. When I see 50 cents here, when I first seen it, I was like, dang, I don't gotta just wait for the underlying stock to move $1. Why? Because when you read this, it'll say that the delta, well, look, delta is the amount and option price is expected to move based on a dollar change in the underlying stock. When I first read that, I was thinking that the stock had to move $1 and then the Greeks to change the delta. No, it's always moving, right? So once I seen that, that's when I was like, oh, dang, I could do 50 cents. Once I did 50 cents and like learn how to size my position, stuff like that, I was like, dang, I could go for 25 cents. How much money am I trying to make? Oh, okay, cool. And you can just read your Greeks and know like, okay, let me just buy these many contracts because it's going to pay out around here, right? And I'm only looking for a 25-cent move, right? And things of that nature. So if you come down here, you'll see like where I'm getting my vocabulary from and how I'm speaking, right? Just gonna scroll down real quick, see if I see anything. You can see it's gonna break down gamma for you, right? Let's see. Even in here, this is gonna be a great chart for you to start to understand your delta and your gamma and how it moves and how it correlates, right? You wanna read this so you can start to understand, because this is what Moody be breaking down when I be talking about the Greeks and stuff like that. I'm just not gonna go all through it. But yeah, let me see. This just jumped right at me because it's bold, but don't you normally hear me say, so delta is the speed, right? Delta is always correlated to a car. It's not only because the Black Girl Stocks, right? Because she says it like that too, but you can start to understand now, oh, she's right. She's reading the right information and educating people with the right information. So what do I normally say? If delta is the speed of your car, at which option price change you think that gamma as the acceleration? That's why I always say gamma is its own special grease. All of this is the grease, delta, gamma, rho, all of that, right? But gamma is its own special grease to the delta, right? Because it's the acceleration to your top speed. And you don't know your top speed. It can just keep going, right? So once you understand that, you start to come down here and start to understand theta, right? For the people that like to read certain things and stuff of that nature, right? This will still help you. I promise you, if you're not into the Greeks like that, or if you just start to get into the Greeks and you're like, okay, cool. If you read this, it's going to click for you. And you're gonna be like, okay, this is why I need to be looking at this before I jump in a trade. It doesn't matter if I know the trend or anything, right? Am I gonna be able to make money off of this? And does the Greeks add up to be able to make enough money? Can I go out the money with this, right? Things of that nature. But you can go through here and I'll drop it in the Discord. It has a lot of information. option strategies that you can utilize that we've talked about, right? But a lot of people like to, see them and then read about them, right? So you could definitely go there. Now before I start the class, well, this is part of the class. I'll leave this up so I don't forget to post it. So what would you guys like to do? Let me know. I could pick for y'all guys, but I want to see what y'all think.
Did the second option include, I think you said charting also in that second option?
The second option is the beginner start class. It's not charting. It's just me going over what's a uptrend, what's a uptrend, what's a downtrend, what's consolidation, what's support and resistance. And yeah, but I do it. If you ever been on my beginner start class, like in the beginning on my Discord, I do it in a way where I talk about the channel. It's not just going to be what I'm on an hour time frame. I just don't just stick on this time frame. I try to break it down through the time frame. Or we can go over spinning tops. That was the last candlestick that I had to honestly go over. It's pretty quickly to go over that. But what I wanted to do was go through a little bit of the spinning top really quickly, and then how to really trade the Morningstar, how to spot them, how to spot it as a potential, right? Utilizing a bigger time frame, and also go into a smaller time frame and go ahead and find that same reversal or a similar reversal to the Morningstar. That's a bullish reversal. Knowing how to trade what you see, basically.
Well, my vote will be that one, since we were talking about candlesticks earlier. So let's finish that topic and then we can move. That's my vote. So
I like that. I just want to see what everybody gonna say. I guess I'll just say it. I was waiting for everybody gonna say it because I'm studying y'all and I was gonna tell you something about yourself. But I was just gonna be a nice person, just do it to the people that communicated. All right, so Tracy says, yeah, spinning tops and candlesticks. Gotcha. Option one, gotcha. Ray says option one, gotcha. How to identify the actionable signal and how to play them. That wasn't part of what I said, but I could throw that in there, Molina. Molina said, well, I'll give you a whole nother class. 1-1. All right, so everybody that chose 1, I'm super proud of you. If you would have chose 2, it would have helped me identify that you learn something and you don't learn the full totality of it and you want to skip around and jump. I just wanted to test y'all. And honestly, everybody that chose 1, that's the right choice to choose, right? Because you're about to learn about that candlestick from 1 candlestick, now it's going to 2. So, but it was just a test to see what you guys would do. But it just sucks to tell the person that, because then they sometimes pick the right choice after they know that. But if they don't know, then, it's just genuine. Not genuine, but authentic. All right, so first things first. Let's go over spinning tops, because spinning tops is extremely quick and it's fast, because I already kind of talked about it. All right, question. What is the spinning top and what does it identify with, the spinning top? You should know this answer. And if you don't, it's okay.
Indecision.
Absolutely. Yep. That's all it represents.
yeah, it's a form of a doji, right?
Correct. With a fatter body.
Yeah.
Right? So now, with us knowing that, what are they doing? They're psychologically messing with our heads. Do you think so? Or what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
They're psychologically messing with our heads, because if we only have, if a doji, right? This is a spinning top. That's the spinning top. That's the doji. That's the doji. They've broken down the doji in 4 different ways for you to be able to identify with those actionable signals, right? But the spinning top is also the doji, but it's its own separate candlestick, right? But we want to look at that spinning top as a doji, but more so if we're finding, you want to respect it just like actionable signals. If you find the spinning top at the bottom of a downtrend, it gets bullish. Not to say that it's just gonna reverse and go up, but it gets bullish, right? If you find it at the top of the uptrend, like right here, right, it gets bearish and it'll drop back down, right? Because it's still an indecision candle, and that's all it's representing. It's just letting you know that the tug and war, instead of it being a doji, being like this, they got a fatter body. So with it being having a fatter body, we have support and resistance within that spinning top. That makes sense?
Yes,
Why does that make sense?
because of the open and close, that's your support and resistance right there for that candle.
True. You got more context behind why we would have support and resistance in the spinning top?
Because you have the sellers and the buyers fighting. I mean, the indecision right there.
Gotcha. So the difference between the doji and the spinning top, the doji is a cross, just like this, right? Even though it's related to that spinning top, that body is not that fat. Look at the opening and look at the close. If it's the same $2 amount, 39, 36, or 396, 369, just look at the cents. The cents is only 0.4, 13 cents, 4 cents, 13 cents. That's not good support and resistance. That's basically what I was trying to get you to see. So the doji won't have no support and resistance really. Why? Because they're agreeing in price. The spinning top shall have support and resistance. Because the price, look at the opening and look at the close. There's a 68 cents difference. This one is only an 8 cents difference. That's not no support and resistance. 8 cents, that thing will break out of that and just go wherever it wants to, just like it did right here, right? That makes sense, Ray?
Yep.
I'm gonna make it make more sense. So, and I just find this all on a bigger time frame. Watch it make more sense. Because I'm on an hourly, and you got to remember, the hour is just a smaller time frame to a daily chart. It's 7 candles within that one daily chart. That's all that was. So that's why I took it to a bigger time frame, a week. Watch it click now. Look at the opening price and look at the closing price. And the last price that you see right here is going to be what it gave you, 36-cent move. You see why that doji doesn't have no support and resistance? You see when this one opened up, it's under the body and just kept slamming down until it wanted to reverse back up. That makes sense?
Yeah, it's a nice little morning star.
Yep, exactly. So now let's go find a spinning top. Spinning top. And let me just draw it out. I don't really want to move that line. I might talk about fall. All right, so we're gonna take this white line. And look, I got my thing's super small, whatever that size thing is called. I'm gonna bring it up just so you can see what I'm gonna show you. I know I'm saying it, but I wanted to click. I'm gonna put another one right here. And I'm gonna make it closer, like right on the body. That's your support and resistance off the doji. That ain't no support and resistance. Look down here. 382, 382. 43 cents to 78 cents. What was it? A 48 cents move. That was a 48 cents move on your support and resistance. If I take it to a smaller time frame, you'll see how it just breaks out of that every single time, right? Now, if I take you over to the spinning top, the spinning top gives you support and resistance. Where's that one I found? Right here. Look at your line and look at how thin it is. Look at this blue line to that blue line. That is a range, right? That's the market structure range for where the price is at right now, right? Now that I do this on it, oops, wrong. Dang, I didn't mean to click prime video. That thing about to pop up. All right. Hopefully it just don't pop up. So right here, Now you see how I have some room to play. If I was to go down to a smaller time frame, look, I could go down to, let's just go to the hour. I'm not gonna go where there's candlesticks, but you see that? There ain't nothing in that. Look at the wicks. They ain't nothing in that. Buy, sell. There's no, that's not a good level to play, right? But if you go inside of these two white lines, look how big it is in here. I will have to go all the way to find some price action within here. Let's try to see if I can do it. Look at the range. The other one ain't gonna give you that. Look at that. You ain't gonna know what to do with this. This ain't no support and resistance here. And that's why I said it breaks out every single time from that level. You don't get no candlesticks really staying in there. If I open it up, you'll have this one person say, "Hey, Moody, but there's some bodies right here." You know what I'm saying, bro? That ain't no price action. That's really nothing. You would have never traded this on an hourly chart seeing this. And that's how you could like, if somebody was to say that, you could like overstand, okay, you just want to talk. You just want to say something, right? Because if you wouldn't trade this on an hourly chart. You would go to a smaller time frame and figure out the range and play the 50% retracement or something of that nature, right? So that's what I mean by that, right? So with me just giving a brief and quick explanation, can we understand why the spinning top and the doji aren't the same thing, but they do both represent indecision?
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. What's the difference between the doji and the spinning top?
Price.
Price action.
Price action.
Support and resistance. Doji, no support and resistance. Spinning top, you can get support and resistance.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. But somebody says support and resistance, then somebody price action. It is price action, but you want to identify. If you say, right, oh, it's just a price action. I'm a price action trader. If I say price action, I want the mind to think price action on that simple candlestick that I'm speaking about, right? So when we identify with the right terminology and we also tell ourselves that, now we know that. Well, okay, we got a doji, no support and resistance on it, right? Because whichever doji it gives us, there's no support and resistance on it, right? They're opening up and agreeing on the same price. The spinning top, there shall be support and resistance. You will have a range to play, right? And that's the difference between them. So you don't want to trade the doji. You want to wait for a confirmation after the doji. The spinning top you can trade. You can find the spinning top on whatever time frame you're seeing it, draw your support and resistance, take it to a smaller time frame, and you can trade the range. That's the difference. That makes sense?
Yes.
Cool. All right, awesome. So I guess let me just talk about it on SPY since I have it charted up. And I know I gave some really good explanation today as far as day trading and scalping it. Let's take this over to about a 3-minute chart. And you can do this on your chart as well if you like. What I like you to do is we just want to look at the levels of 395.30. I never came back to this gap. And just for anybody's perspective, we still have not filled this gap, even though I was looking to see if we were going to end up filling it, right? I did take a little quick, small loss on them, but I was able to recover that with calls. But this is the gap that I'm speaking of, and this is why I mark up my chart. This is not, most people would be like, oh, SPY gapped up today and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I tend to get away from those people because they kind of aggravate me. It's like, bro, shut up. You don't even look at your chart. You're saying it gapped up today, bro. It gapped, that gap's been there, right? And they have been respecting the heck out of this gap. From us running up, we gapped down. We came back around this territory and gapped right over it, right? That right there, I'm going to keep a note of, right? Because I believe that we will hit 400, but before we start to stay over 400, we'll come fill this gap and then go back up. And I could possibly be wrong, right? We just got to see, and we got to see how to play out, right? But let's just open it right here. I know I started talking about it like right here, and I was talking about this bear flag and things of that nature because it gave us an inverted head and shoulders right under here, then gave us an inverted head and shoulders up over to go back over my call entry. And anybody can go back on the Discord and you will see that my call entry was right here at 396.38, right? You could have took this call entry plenty of times, right? Now let's talk about it in this way. Let's just say you missed this call entry, but you've been on these classes. I want to know, how would you have known to enter this call before I start to explain anything, before I get into the morning stars or anything? Just want to have a better understanding of what you guys are grasping. Look at the 3-minute chart. If you want to show your screen, you can, or if you just want to guide me, anybody can. This is for your help. Anybody that wants to just sharpen up their skills or not be afraid, just let me know. You can unmute yourself and just let me know like 2 or 3 different entry points that you would have taken to be able to get this entry point, right? And even if, well, I'm not gonna say all that. What would you would have done, or what would you would have waited for here? What would it gave you a signal or a bullish reversal letting you know, hey, let me go ahead and take Moody's entry?
For me, I see, you got the 50% already drawn at 395.79. Once it broke over that 3 bar, over the 3 candlestick,
Which
it
one?
broke over the doge, over that
Mhm.
doji. Nope, come down. Down some more. Yep, right here. Once it broke over that doji, that would have triggered me to get in.
Gotcha.
And then the candlestick, the next candlestick, it's because it's a 322, that second 2. The candlestick came down, but then it was bought back up.
Mm-hmm. So you would have got in break basically on this green candle right here.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And would you have got in even if it started growing and then going red? Would you got in at when the candlestick closed, or would you have got in when you seen it pushing past the red line?
Once I seen it pushing past.
Okay, you like me. Ha 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 ha. That's dope. That's actually great. I actually like that. You gave a better entry because I was looking for anything that would have been around this price as a reversal, right? So what I was looking for is like, if anybody would have took this pin bar actionable signal coming right back down here, yeah, we had a head and shoulders, but it turned into a cup, right? Taking this entry would have been dope too, because it would have triggered right here. It would have triggered to let you know with the candlesticks to enter the trade, and it also would have triggered letting you know that that was your entry point, and you would have got in, right? And you would have been able to get those profits right then and there. Or you could have held it, right? And we all know if it doesn't break the 50% retracement, you can hold it. Even if it does break the 50%, the 50% retracement, as long as it does not leave your range, right? Meaning the white line to white line, how it finally left the range here, you're good, right? I don't believe I signaled any puts. I jumped in a put just because I wanted to see if we were gonna fill that gap. I ended up taking, I think it was like a 25% loss, but did well on the calls, right? So I was looking for anything right here as an actionable signal, that pin bar. I was also looking to see if anybody would have talked about these tweezer bottoms, right? It's not super flush, but it's still, oh no, that's not a tweezer bottom, my bad. That's an engulfing candle, right? But that's still a bullish reversal, right? That engulfing candle to take it back up there, or coming back down here and getting the morning star. And this is why when I was on the Discord.
Is that also Harami?
Nah, you talking about that green candle that broke up? You talking about this candle? You talking about this one, right? I can't hear you. You muted if you're talking.
No, the one on the right. If you go more to the right there.
Yeah, that's a bullish Harami. This right here, the red bar, and then the
Right,
green bar. Yes.
right. That's reversed.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And it's just the setup and how it's set up. Yes, correctly. Doesn't matter that they both was inside of this range. That's still, this one was still inside of that range, and it gave it to you just like a bullish Harami. So yeah, absolutely correct. Good eye, my boy. Oh, somebody, let me go into the chat. Dang, I forgot what I was just about to do too. I came back over here.
Hey, Moody, that's kind of like an evening star too, right? At the very bottom,
Where, to the right or to my left?
right here. Yep. Go down a little bit, right over in this area. Like this can be considered kind of like morning star.
Where, you gotta tell me.
Right, the 3 bar.
This bar right here?
Yep.
Nah.
No, okay.
Morning Star, you said?
Hmm.
Nah, it's Morning Stars right here. You see it, the candle going
Got
down.
it. Okay. Yep.
Coming up. This is your flag falling right back down to give you a I said tweezers, but a double bottom pattern.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow, Moody, you refer to that as a double bottom pattern?
What?
The
This right here?
two that you circled, yeah, the two,
Yeah, that's a
buildings.
double bottom.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I never looked at it that way. Okay.
Yeah, this is a double bottom. This is a double bottom turned into a triple bottom.
Oh, okay. Just because they touched at the same location. Got you. At okay.
Mm-hmm. This was a double bottom. Oh, I'm sorry, it would have been the green candle and this one right here. Green and red. That was your double bottom. It was just a little
You
consolidated.
know what? You're saying double bottom and I'm thinking tweezer. Forgive me. Okay. I got it. Thank you.
Oh, you're good. I say that all the time too. Double bottoms and tweezers, yeah. All right, so let me just delete this stuff. All right. So now let's just take this to any chart. Yeah, I want to learn how to trade these things, right, Moody? So, man, somebody go find a chart and be like, "Look, Moody, I found a potential morning star," and I'm right here tripping. I'm stopping with y'all. All right, let's find this. I should find it on a 4-hour. Yeah, it's gonna be easier. Oh well.
I had a question. Did anybody play spy today? Like to like fully play spy? I did, but I ain't fully play it. It got to over 100%, and I was like, nope, don't play yourself. Come out the trade. Very nice. Good for you.
That's fully playing it. Yeah, I traded SPY. I only traded SPY because I didn't swing though, and Jordan was bothering me. All right, cool. How do I want to show you this? There's the one thing about teaching is like having to find the perfect setup to really get the mind to see. I want to do this on a bigger time frame. So let me not do that to myself. I got SPY pulled up. Let's pull up a different chart. I want to see something different.
I was gonna ask you,
I'm supposed to
Moody.
trade coupon, huh?
I know that Luther keeps talking about this 4-hour, got the zone, this and that. I still don't understand what he's talking about, but I don't know if maybe you can then break it down a different way.
What you mean? What he be talking about?
He's always like, yo, you gotta do the 4 hour, you gotta do the levels at the 4 hour. It's all about the 4 hour. And he's always like creating a zone, and it seems like off of a doji kind of, or a spinning top maybe, but I don't know. It's not clicking for me, but it seems like when he's talking to you, like you understand what he's talking about. So, and other people say, oh, I get it. I don't get it, but.
He creates the zones, and once you leave the zone, that's when it moves. If there's two, if it's within that box, within that zone, he trades it once it leaves the zone. And when it leaves the zone, it has big moves. So
okay.
he creates the zone.
Okay. So is he creating the zones from the pivot highs and lows?
He's creating the zone from
the 4 hour?
4 hour candle, the close of the 4 hour candle, and the wick of that same close, whether it's green or red.
And this is extended hours or regular trading hours?
He starts it from extended, and then he does it again at 1 o'clock when it gets a new candle.
Yeah, I have to talk to Luther to see what he's doing, but Melina, I could teach you what I taught him on a 4 hour.
Yeah, maybe teach
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
Did I
taught
say
him.
it right, Moody? Did I say that right or no?
Who you? Oh, I don't know, bro. Don't be. Hey, don't look at my facial expressions, bro. I'll be
You know
somewhere.
what it is, right? It wasn't clear because we're trying to think, okay, you go to a 4-hour time zone, but what candle is he using
He's using the
in that 4-hour time zone?
He's using the pre-market, the first pre-market.
Oh, pre-market. Okay.
And then
All
he
right.
then he does another one at 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to see what he's doing because that to me is just what you said, Ray, makes sense. I could visualize that in my head.
Right.
What you just said that he doing with pre-market, that just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
Look, I go to 4-hour chart, godly. Look, man. I was just trying to stay on track, man. I love that.
You're on track.
Oh,
No,
I'm
I
sorry.
love you. I forget this is not MSC.
And we
They
need you to
don't like
stay
when
on track.
Huh?
Stay on track.
No, we need you to stay on track.
Yeah,
We need
stay
you
on
to
track.
stay on
Ignore
track.
the 4-hour. Ignore the 4-hour.
I'm trying to tell you, I ain't even smoke a blunt. y'all might want me to stay on track like when I'm like this. But no, I the thing is, Melina, I'm gonna talk about all of that regardless. I just probably won't specify like, hey, this is what Luther be talking about. But here, I'm about to show you because it's just trading. All right, so but what I was gonna say real quick is I don't understand that because this would be pre-market, right? That's what he doing, like pre-market highs and lows. That don't make sense.
No. On one 4-hour candle. He grabs one 4-hour candle and you go from the close to the wick, the bottom of the wick from that side.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. He gets the range. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
smart.
range.
Yeah, that's smart.
No, not the range. And he goes for the close, go to the close and the wick. Take that line down to the close. Yeah, and then put another one at the bottom of the wick.
Put another one at the bottom. You want 3 lines?
No, you only have 2. You have the top one in the wrong place though.
You said the bottom of the candle, the close. The red candlestick is the close, my boy.
Right, and the wick on that, the bottom wick.
So you want both of the candlesticks right here.
Right, that's the zone. That's the
Gotcha.
zone.
That don't make no sense. I'm sorry. That makes all sense. That makes all sense. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't like that.
See, to
I don't
me,
like the
looking
difference.
at that doesn't make sense to me, but okay.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That don't make no sense. I don't think he's doing that because that right there. Look here. I'll show you.
Now, if you go to the 5-minute, that zone is bigger.
I'll show you. No, that zone is gonna be the same zone right here, because my chart don't just move when I move a time frame. It's gonna be the same zone, my guy. You see what I'm saying? All this is pre-market. All of that is pre-market before the market opens up. There's that. What did I do on 4-hour? Because I don't want you to get confused.
So it should have been like the last candle within the
It's
4
right,
o'clock. Yeah.
it's right here for the 8 a.m. candle. This is your pre-market. If he's going to 4-hour, this is going to be your pre-market candlestick. If you're getting the low,
Right.
that's going to be
That's the way I understood it right there.
Yeah. So if you do that, you
So
come
does it also have to be at the top of the can?
But that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. If you want the
it's where it's-
range is going to be up here. This, what you made me do, like I was understanding when you had me put it at the close of the candlestick, and then I had it at the top of the wick. Even though it wasn't the opening of the candlestick, it was still the range. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. I get that. Now, if we stay below this line, right, which I will, if I'm going to do the wick, I'm never going to, that just doesn't make sense in my head. I'm not going to go for the close of a support and resistance and go for the high. That just doesn't make, if you listen to what I preach, look at the wick. They ain't nothing. Look at how the price action takes that out.
No one
Right.
said wick to wick though.
I think
No, I know
I
you didn't
think
say wick to
what
wick. You said close to wick right here.
Right.
What is that?
and then I think he also does that probably on the top as well.
That's what
and that
that
creates
makes
his
sense.
zone.
But he does that for the second 4-hour one, which so the second 4-hour one, which the one he
No.
does at 1 o'clock.
No,
He
I
says he
think
does one
has
from 5 to 9 and one to whatever.
So you know what we could do is
He's
we
on
could
real
look at
time.
the
He's on real
Moody's
time.
way and then figure out And then after we figure out the Moody way, then we can look at what Luther's doing after
Yeah,
the fact.
let's look at your, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm just listening to the numbers that you're calling out, bro. He's not even on extended hours. You can tell, like that's why I tell people, if you pay attention to the words and things that are coming out of people's mouths, you will hear the spirit. And if you're wise enough, right, you will know like, hey, this person has to be on this time frame, right? Why do I say that? And I'm gonna just go into teaching what I'm gonna teach. Extended hours, that's what I utilize. 8 o'clock in the morning. My second candlestick is at 12. Not 1 o'clock. So it's just like, he's definitely on real time. If you're calling out 1 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? Oh,
Right.
I'll make it make sense. Real time. Right? 9:30. We gotta go to pre-market. What am I doing right here? Where see? I don't even got that time. No, you're not even gonna get that. See, that's what I mean.
Let's not even waste time on that. Let's go back to what we've been learning.
I need to stop listening again.
I don't know what time zone he's in, so that might make a difference too.
That will make a difference. That will make a difference. But that is just, that's when you can start to understand, like, what is this person talking about? This, if you listen to what somebody says and then you do it on your chart, it'll either make sense or it won't make sense. All right, but let's go down. Oh, that was like a whole 10 minutes of my life. Let me go to the chat. Somebody said PayPal daily, DraftKings daily. What's on iPhone? What's PayPal daily, DraftKings daily? Could he possibly be charting his entry? I don't really care, to be honest with you, bro. See, you almost made my ego come out. My ego is gonna be like, bro, I make way more money than that, bro. I ain't worried about that shit. But what I was gonna say is that's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? You see, I'm a professional. You see how I'm getting distracted right now? Why would I care about someone I am teaching, someone that has my personal phone number that calls me and I help? Why would I care about his strategy and he's learning my strategies? But see, I had to bring myself back in and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, Moody, stop. All right, cool. Recenter myself. All right. So daily, let's look for, what was I gonna do? Morningstar. Let's just go through these. I see all these Morningstars, but I want a really pretty one because I have to find a nice, pretty one. This one's nice.
I must have missed a class. What's the Morning Star?
My bad, Moody. That was what them tickers was. That's why I was just looking at morning stars. My bad.
Oh, those are Morningstars? Appreciate you, bro. That's what I'm looking for. Appreciate you. All right, so let's just rewind this all the way back. No charts. Let's just go to the candlesticks. Does everybody know what a Morningstar is? Please be honest.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
do.
Who doesn't know what a Morningstar is?
I'm gonna be the one, Ray.
Tiffany, Ray. It's okay. This is good for y'all to know. Trust me, bro. I'm really a nice person. I was just giving you the facial expression because I'm like, Ray, I be trading. I don't only trade Morningstars, but I talk about it every other day. All right. So
You talk about it, you say it, this is the Morning Star, you say Morning Star, boom, boom, and you move on. You don't tell us what it is.
yeah, nah, I feel you. I never broke that down as a class. All right, so now that we did the spinning tops, let's move over to Morningstars. I was trying to like speed it up and get a little advanced, but I can't do that. All right, so let's go to these images and let's go to identify what a Morningstar is. What I identify with a Morningstar is the rise of the day, right? So I correlate everything spiritually and it's just how I live life. So I do the same thing with the charts, right? So this little small candlestick, I don't care what it is. It's going to be an actionable signal. Sometimes it can be a spinning top, just like we have right here, spinning top, right? We can have a spinning top, we can have a doji, we can have a hammer, we can have a pin bar, We can have all the actionable signals that you've ever seen. And we can also have an inverted pin bar, like kind of like right there, or it could just be one big candlestick, not big, but like a smaller candlestick than both of these right in front of it. Doesn't matter what candlestick it is, right? And basically what I was just explaining was right here, right? How this one is just much more thicker, right? Than this one. There's still the morning star, right? Don't allow anyone on the internet to start to confuse you. Doji Morningstar. Oh, Doji Morningstar. Don't start doing that. Don't allow them to do that, because people start to break things down in their way, right? You can just categorize them all as the Morningstar, right? So now that we've seen that, it's always going to be two pillars. Just always think of that, two pillars, right? There's going to be a pillar on your left, there's going to be a pillar on your right, and there's always going to be you in the middle, right? The baby, right? They call it an abandoned baby, and it's only an abandoned baby when it's gapped like this, right? Where you have the price action right here, and it's gapped down, and then it's gapping back up. You normally see a lot of morning stars that way, right? I think we just seen it. Put this right over here. I think we just seen it on QCOM. You see that gap up? Can we see the morning star, Ray?
Oh, I think I just lost you.
All right, take your time.
You know,
Right.
it'd be a good one if you go to the left around number 13. Look at the date 13. Look left. You'll see like a red 2-bar, abandoned baby, and then you'll see a 2 up. Go a little bit to the left, a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Left.
Hold on, Melina. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get him to see it like this for a reason.
Oh,
I don't want him to see it perfect.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, I see. That's one right there. Right.
Is it?
No, that's a spinning top. Never
It's
mind.
not right here. Is this a morning star? I'll circle it for you. Is that a morning star?
I'm gonna say yes,
Why?
because you have the two. I think that's a three candle pattern with the doji in the middle.
Correct. And if I just make it thicker, you see the morning star? Oh, well, obviously you ain't gonna see it no more like that. But if I was to just go like this and make the candle, you see, like, I'm trying to make the candlestick. I know there's a way that I could do that. I don't know. I ain't that fancy like VW, but that's what I want you to see. I don't want you to see, this is the evening star. We'll talk about that in a second. You see this morning star?
Right.
That's the morning star.
I know. Yeah. I just remember we did go over this. I know what the evening star is.
All right. So this is the morning star,
Right.
right? It doesn't matter that it doesn't look as perfect as this one. And let me go to the picture. They're not going to look, this is just an explanation so you can know what they look like, right? They're not going to look picture perfect like this, but on smaller time frames, but a lot of times they will look picture perfect, right? Just like this. This is a morning star, right? So if this candlestick was inside of this range, that would have signified a bullish harami, right? A bullish harami within a morning star, right? That's two bullish reversals inside of each other. That's what you start to do to confluence things, right? So there goes another morning star. I don't care, and this is why I continue to just keep scrolling through here, because we will end up seeing a pattern like this, and you'll be like, oh no, that's not a morning star, and I'll try to find an ugly one, where you'll see the wick going all the way through. Probably not all, like just like halfway through this, or it could have went even higher. That is still going to be considered a morning star, right? And then I love to do shit like this. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right, so this person gave their explanation of a morning star, right? So how many morning stars can you find in here that this person left out?
there's many.
Right? So there is many. We have one right here, right? If you connect both of these, it completed its market structure. When I say complete market structure, it got to the opening of the candlestick. I'm saying opening because it is a red candlestick, right? If it was a blue candlestick right here, it broke the market structure from its closing price, right? You just have to identify with the candlestick and know which way you're going and what the candlestick is. This one opened up here. This one closed down here. This one opened up down here. This one closed up here, right? So you can see that this green candle completed its market structure right here at the opening of that candlestick. right? So this morning star got completed, just didn't take out target. That one failed, right? Kept coming down. Before I even say kept coming down, it failed and fell right into a evening star. You said, Ray, you can see the evening stars, right? So you see this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Right? Evening star falls all the way down, into what? Of course, this was a bear flag that broke out. Morning star. See the one that he called out right there? Morning star. Evening star.
Mhm.
Morning star. Evening star. See how choppy they get? And I shouldn't be using that word. It's just not picture perfect. Evening star comes back down. Morning star. This is the pattern that I was talking about when I was showing you a pattern over here with the wick like this. The wick is morning star still. You get me? And of course, you can say morning star bullish engulfing because this one broke the low and the high of the previous candle. So it's a morning star inside of a bull. I mean, it's a bullish engulfing inside of a morning star and it's breaking out, right? That's adding confluence, right? Now you want to see the triple confluence? The triple confluence is this is a tweezer bottom inside of a morning star. Bullish engulfing, huh?
And the Harami again.
Where's
Bullish
the
Harami also.
Yeah, and a bullish Harami. Look, and I missed that one. You see it? It's all there. Bloop, 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 stacked up. But if you have the vision, you shall see, and you shall be able to get rewarded handsomely, right? So, yes, that's the morning star. Tiff, I know you also say you didn't know what the morning star is. Does anybody not know what the morning star looks like or how to identify with it? I didn't speak on how to trade it yet, but does everybody know how to view a morning star or see one? Y'all could drop a Y in the chat. I don't want to leave nobody behind. Gotcha. All right, cool. So now that we know that, we're coming back to the chart. We know that that's a morning star. PYPL. My boy said PayPal had a morning star, so let's go to PayPal. And go test my guy. I see this big old morning star inside of here. Oh, you saw this one right here. That's fire. Let's see if it's gonna look as pretty. Let me just go down to the smaller time frames. And look, I'm gonna allow you to see what I'm seeing. So when I go to the smaller time frames, don't allow your eyes to start looking at all this mess over here, right? We're looking at the morning star. It's a 3-candle pattern. We're trading what we see. Moody put it this way so they can really see, right? All we care about is this morning star. So now you're gonna know Moody and you'll see how fast I trade. And you'll be like, damn it, like this is why, because I'm only looking at this. I'm already gonna have my chart charted up and know where the move is gonna go, right? So now from this daily, I'm seeing this morning star, live morning star in action, right? Let me just go ahead and, oh my God, I thought that was a 6 hour. I'm gonna just drop it to the 6 hour real quick. And let's do this that's what it is. Dang, why I changed my chart? All right, so this is our 4 a.m. candle, right? This is something that I didn't just speak about, but when I see things like this, I still correlate this as a morning star. It is a cup, yes, right? But I still correlate it as a morning star. The reason why is because this is barely any price action right here, right? This is when the market closed, 4 p.m., 4 a.m., the market's not open, right? Right here, 10 a.m., the market opens. That was our only thing. You can see we completed damn near the market structure came out. So I'm going to also, this is the morning star too, but I'm going to light that whole thing up, right? There we go. I like this one better. I found it. Yes, gave me a perfect move. We're going to utilize this one because it's so perfect, right? So now that we did that, I want you guys to be able to see. So I'm just going to do it from right here, just like this. Let's take this down to a daily. to see if we had the Morningstar potential. Correct, we did. What do I mean by Morningstar potential, Moody? What I mean is first pillar, right? Just look at this price action right here. You see this evening star? This, oh, I gotta go this way. This is a potential evening star when you see it like this, because you already got your first pillar, you got the indecision or the small candle, whatever. Your trigger to trade this is the break of this candlestick, right? Once that candlestick breaks right there, that's your entry. Your stop loss is right up here. That's your stop loss. If you don't get stopped out, you stay in the trade. You can always grab it and put it a little higher than that wick, because you know it'll try to take out that target and then come right back down, right? Just like it did right here, went 2 up, right off of this Morningstar, right? We opened up right here, we went 2 up, faked you out, and then took it all the way down and then closed back with a bullish hammer on the bottom of a downtrend, and it took some time for it to reverse, right? So if I'm losing anybody, please let me know. Let me go in the chat. Oh, it was just wise. Gotcha. All right. So this is a potential Morningstar, right? It's just not picture perfect. So that's how you would trade the evening star, the morning star, the opposite way. Your stop loss right here, right? And let's put it down just a tad bit so it doesn't stop us out. And just because I have this candlestick right here, I'll go ahead and go to a little under that bottom of that wick, right? Because that's the market structure. You know, we'll try to come to market structure, right? So that's how I play with my stop loss. And I always utilize my stop loss where I need to put it, but I always give myself some room, right? So now that I've done that, right, this is just off the daily. And we're like, oh, we're going to trade. The candlestick is about to open up for the daily, right? Potential Morningstar. We come over here to the 4 hour, right? You also see that Morningstar, what was it, that one? Yeah. We also see that Morningstar growing, right? On top of that, why do I feel like this wasn't the setup? But it is. On top of that, let me just go ahead and start to show you just this part. Oh, wrong thing. Oh, it's down here. This is your Morningstar getting activated. What do I mean by that? They went 2 down first, right? Because they opened up 2 up, then it went 3 bar down and smashed it back up. This is your evening star. Yes, you can fit this. How do you start to see this, right? If you're on a larger time frame, whatever time frame you're on, you do not have to be on a 4 hour. Just remember this, whatever time frame you're on and you see the Morningstar, or even if you see the potential, you go to a smaller time frame to see it, right? What I mean by that, and let me just circle this so nobody will get lost. You know that this is the price action we're looking at. Bring you down to a 2 hour time frame. Do we see the Morningstar? I just need one person from you.
Nope.
Okay. Who said no?
Tiffany.
All right, cool. I love you, Tiffany. I love you. You know how many people don't see it and they just, I'll wait for the next person. It's gonna make you better, Luther.
Oh.
Remember Luther? All right.
Yes.
So the Morningstar I'm speaking on, it's this big candle right here, and you're getting all these small candles in this one to grow. If this one still doesn't grow, obviously we know it's not because it closed right here. We're still gonna get another pillar here, right? Now I'm gonna bring it to a small time frame. I'm gonna take it to a big. I'm gonna come back over there, but I want you to see. You see the Morningstar right here?
Okay, I see that.
You see that one, right?
Yeah.
Now I'll make you see all of them, or the one that I was just talking about. Imagine all of these candlesticks right here that I just circled. Imagine all of that being a doji, just like this. Because if I take you to a bigger time frame, all those candles are gonna disappear. You see that Morningstar?
That looks perfect.
I know it's going to look perfect. I'm trying to teach you how to trade it. I know it looks perfect. All right, so look. I know it looks perfect. You didn't answer the question. Did you hear the question?
What was the question?
All right. It really wasn't a question, it was what I said. I'm now remembering. Remember when I said I'm gonna draw out all, and I was on an hourly. Let's go back to the hour. I drew all of this and I said, make believe that all of these candlesticks is one candlestick, like right here, like the doji, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, this is the morning star I'm talking about with the pillar. This candlestick is the live candle. Every time I go to a smaller one, it's going to change the candlestick. Is that live candle? Now, I'm on a smaller time frame, the hour. I'm going to go to a bigger one to condense all those candlesticks together, because all those candlestick is really one candlestick. You just have to find what time frame is all that consolidation on. If you go to the 6 hour, that's why you said, oh, it's so perfect. Because that one, that you see the yellow circle, Tiff?
Mm-hmm.
That's one candlestick
Mm.
on a bigger time frame. That makes sense?
Yes, that's all of them combined, and it's just like the doji you just said.
Yep. So what we're wanting to do is find these actionable signals or find these bullish reversals where?
Smaller time frame.
No.
No.
It's okay.
Okay.
Where do we want to find these bullish reversals, bearish reversals,
Bigger
actionable
time
signals?
frame.
Huh?
Bigger time frame, right?
Correct. And what do we want to, and what do we do with the smaller ones?
We just use those for entry.
Exactly. But we're also, if we find a morning star, let me just delete all this. I'm gonna make it click like this.
Okay.
Too much. This is your entry point. We're gonna make it white. That's your stop loss. We're gonna make it red. We jumped on a 6 hour chart, not because we want to, oh, it's the 6 hour chart, oh, it's the 4 hour chart. We jumped on a 6 hour chart because we found a morning star on a 6 hour chart. Right? So if we want to enter this trade, right? Yes, this candlestick, look, let's do it like this, Moody. Make it look sexy. Make it look sexy. Potential morning star. Does everybody understand why this will be a potential morning star? Because if the next candlestick comes out and it starts to grow, we get that pattern that we continue to look at. Morning star, right? So that's why this will be a potential morning star, right? Just like right here, when we had this red candlestick with this one, this green one, this red one, potential morning star. What happens? Boom. Potential morning star. You see it right here, consolidate, boom. It just lost all its volume, that's all. Boom, right? So now that we see that, we're wanting to go, we're seeing the potential, right? We can also do it with the morning star, and I will show you. Now that I see that, we can go to a smaller time frame. Most people like the hour, so let's take it to the hour. If we go to the hour, we still see our morning star. You just have to remember to condense all of these things, these candlesticks, and don't allow that to throw you out your trade. You know that that's an indecision candle on a bigger time frame, and that bigger time frame is a 6 hour chart. If we're looking at the 6 hour chart and the market's open, you most likely got 4 hours on that candlestick, 5 hours on that candlestick, 3 hours, 2 hours, right? Because you're only going to get 2 of those candlesticks, right? And only 1 for the trading day. Make sense? Because you know how long the market's open, and that's a whole 6 hour candle. Right? If we give it another 6 hour candle, it is going to be 12 hours of the market, right? So we're going to remember that all of this is condensed, and all you're thinking about is this one small candlestick is all of these right here, and we're going to get a green one growing up, but it's going to be somewhere around here, right? So we now have our entry point, that white line, that's our stop loss, right? Before I even let it play out, we can go smaller. We can go to a 30-minute time frame, right? You still have your entry point. You can still see, you just know that they're going to start breaking up. This candle goes with that one goes with that one, and it's a big red candle, right? That's the whole structure to that. You come down smaller, even let's say people use the 5 minutes to trade. We come down smaller, we still see that structure. The big candlestick is just breaking down some more. And when you break it down all the way over here, you take it from here and you smash all these candles together. One big red candle. Is everybody able to follow me? Because I'm not sure if I'm losing people doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we know that,
Hey, Moody, I don't believe that. Can you go to the hour and then go back to your 5 minutes so they can see that big red candle that's on your hour? Do you see that last candle? Big red one. Now go back to the 5 minutes. See how it recovered. How it's looking like it's recovering.
hold on, let me make sure that's the right candlestick because I'll be talking sometimes. Because I feel like it was that one over there. It was at 10. Yeah.
Not
10.
that one. Not that one, Moody. I'm talking about the last candle on our thing. Yeah, that one.
This
That one
one?
right there. Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. I know what you're talking about now. How it's losing momentum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I seen it. I'm gonna just circle it so they could be able to see it. I thought you was talking about that red candle. I was gonna make sure that that was the candlestick, but I already got it record in my mind. I do want to check it because I like to be right. Yeah, it was Tuesday the 7th, 10 o'clock in the morning. Yep, I was correct. That was that whole candlestick, and you was correct too. So what you're speaking about is right here. Go ahead and break it down, bro. You good?
No. I was just saying that you can't be scared of red candles if you buy red candles. This is the reason you buy red candles. You break the red candle down. If you seen this in a red candle, look at them 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. You all actionable signals.
All actionable signals letting you know that they're losing momentum because this was big and now they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. If they was not going to lose momentum, you would have seen something like that. Big, big, big. That's why they losing momentum. Once you start seeing these actionable signals, start waiting for the reversal to take it right back up. If it doesn't give you a reversal, the strat shall always give you a reversal. You just take the ending of that wick. If you're too scary, take the market structure break. The market structure break is still going to give you that money. Give me that. It's just about not being greedy. Take 50% of this candlestick. All right, we out. Okay, you caught a little 15, 20%. Some traders are going to sit here and tell you, hey, nah, da-da-da-da, yo, you want the whole move, da-da-da-da. Ask that motherfucker, when did you start doing that? Because when you first started trading, was you doing that? Or did you learn to do that? And that's when I get frustrated with some educators. Why? Because I learned when I was doing that. When I was like, nah, this is not a bear flag. It still is a bear flag. I used to trade them like that, right? I just got better. But I have to show you what I saw first so you can see what I see now. And that's what I realized when it comes to educating people and showing them something, right? So going back to this Morningstar. First a little bit. All right. One, candlestick keeps breaking down. You know that the reversal's coming. We break that 50 on the median, you know to take it up, right? So you can also, what I was going to say, by coming down to these smaller time frames, even though we're trading the Morningstar, remember, you can find a bullish reversal pattern because we're trading the Morningstar to go up. So we're wanting to find anything at the bottom of a downtrend. What are we getting right here? Tweezer bottoms. Tweezer bottoms also fall into Morningstars. Let me just let it play out a couple of candlesticks since we're on a smaller time frame. Boom, boom, triggered up. Now we got the hammer, right? Once you see stuff like this and you see a hammer and then another hammer, it's gonna go up, especially if it's at the bottom of a downtrend. It's trying to find support, right? That's what they do. Like, think of like climbing a mountain with the hammers or whatever them picks things are, right? It's trying to find some more support. The other one is going to be right next to the other one, right? In real life. So what do I mean by that? Let me just let it play out. It's starting to play the opening price. Anytime we're around this opening price, it's going to bang it, right? It's either going to bang it down or it's going to bang it straight up. Right here, it's going to consolidate and it's going to try to bang it up, like I'm telling you. Boom, stop, because I already did too much. Go to the hour. We caught this on a 6 hour, my bad. 6 hour, you see your Morningstar growing, right? Now and let's just say we jump from a 5 minute, right? And I'm gonna just do it so you can be able to visualize it like that. We on a 5 minute, right? It's coming upon your entry, right? We're on a 5 minute, we still have room to go, right? You come down to that 1 minute as well. Are we overbought yet? We're not overbought and it's getting by your entry. That is amazing. You're starting to see the trend. That is good. You just don't want to buy your entry right? Because our entries are wicks. You just don't want to buy that entry up here on the 1 minute chart. It's going to pull back on you. And that's what people don't realize. And they'll be like, oh no, but every time I wait for the full time frame continuity, well, I'm not waiting for full time frame continuity. I'm inside of the freaking full time frame continuity, flipping it, right? Because I'm going to catch the reversal. I'm going to buy the red candlestick like Zaytoven was just mentioning, right? You have to be able to buy those candles and not be scared of them. Imagine you would have bought this one at the last couple of minutes or last couple of seconds, boom, reverse on you. You're going to be happy as heck, right? So with that being said, 5 minute, we see that is approaching. We went down to the 1 minute to see if we were overbought. You can also do this too. Go to the 15-minute time frame because it's a bigger time frame. It's probably breaking the median right here, right? We see that is now creating an uptrend. We need to break that higher high, and it's basically doing that. You see the higher high right here on the chart, right? So now let me take you over to the 6 hour because now I helped you identify that morning star from a bigger time frame coming down to a smaller time frame, catching that tweezer bottom or any other reversal that you would like, right? And if you caught the tweezer bottom, that means you're in the trade now, right? So one thing that you can do, you can go ahead and trim at your entry or say, guess what? I'm going to add at my entry, right? So now, and don't add it to the same strike price. You don't want to do that. When you have capital, you can do that, right? And because you'll be in and out your trades. But when you don't have capital like that and say you're only buying 1 or 2 or 3 contracts, get a different strike price if you're going to add to your position, because now you're going to be able to breathe. You're going to have one contract going to money and you're going to have this one that's out the money, and you're going to be able to scale out of that one if you would like. You don't want to scale out of the one in the money too quickly because it can just give you more percentages, more money because it's in the money and the eccentric value is now working for you, right? So you can start to trim away the one that's out the money. Is that making sense to anybody?
So when you're saying to add in, when you add in, you go further out the money because they're cheaper, or does it matter?
I didn't say that. I said,
okay.
Let's say, and I'm gonna give some strike prices, and I'm gonna do it back on the 5 minute because we're talking about adding. Say you caught this tweezer bottom reversal right here, and you just caught it right here. Let's just say, I'm gonna just say that you caught it at the high, right? At this entry. It went down, whatever, it came back, you're back at break even, right? And now it's consolidating, but you're getting some profits, and you're seeing that it's holding some of your profits, right? You first bought at the level of, I'm gonna just say right here, at, let's make it white so we can know that, at 74.98, but we wanted to buy it up here, but we caught a reversal on a smaller time frame, right? So now that you've done that, let's say you was at the money. And that's why I don't like to say at the money, out the money, because then you're going to follow. And I've learned that people are going to go follow what I said instead of just like learning it and like, oh, this is what he's saying. But what you're doing, Roger, is asking those great questions, right? So you want to be, depending on, now that we're talking at the money and stuff like that, depends on the security, right? We're on PayPal. So with PayPal, you really don't need to be at the money. You can go out the money because PayPal moves a lot, but I'm not going to tell you how many times you go out the money. I would like you to come back to me and I will give you the correct answer, right? Depending on the security, you want to go to your daily chart or go to your weekly chart and see how much that security moved within that week or within that day. That's going to allow you to know what strike price to go for, right? It's not about, oh, I see this high up here, I'm going to go for 76 strike price. That is retarded. Why are you going to do that? 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to wait for that to go in the money. You're not going to know how to just scout that contract and be out, right? So, and especially if you're only buying 1 or 2 contracts, it's just not going to make sense. But I will always tell you, go at the money. If you're wanting to go out the money because the contract is too expensive for you, go 1 or 2 strike price out the money, depending on the security. Because if you go do that on Macy's, on DBX, or something of that nature, American Airlines, you're going to be highly disappointed because you're not also reading the Greeks. So as I'm mentioning all this, remember, we already did a Greeks class. I also, in the beginning, started talking about the Greeks. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Why? Because that right there is going to let you know, get the fuck off of PayPal or stay the fuck on PayPal. Why? Because it's going to alert you, this shit is too expensive. If I go next week, it's more expensive. So what does it make sense to go out the money? To make sure that you lose your money? You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, right? Don't feel like I'm being hard on you, Roger. I'm just
not at all, Moody.
Right? So with that being said, that automatically is going to allow you to know what strike price to go for. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna take it back here. You can go to the daily chart. We're on PayPal now, right? What you want to do here, some people talk about the ATR, going to this platform, and like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to bar charts or anything to go look at an ATR when I have a chart right here, and I'm not no lazy bastard, even though I am a bastard, my dad left me. But long story short, I'm not lazy. That is lazy. Wanting to go, like, I'm going to use an AI. That's not an AI, but I'm going to use an AI to enhance my thoughts, right? And then I'm going to enhance whatever the AI gave me, right? I'm not just going to utilize it like that. That's why I'm not going to go to a platform when I know that I can look at the opening price and the closing price, or I can just look right here and it's going to let me know from opening to close what it changed. And I can look at the high and the low and see, even though the change is 93 cents, well, you moved $3 that week. Well, that day, right? So now that I hovered over this one, we know PayPal moved $3 that day. After this day, it consolidated, still moved $2 and some change. This day moved $8.12. This day, $43. So now you get the gist of what this stock is moving a day, right? And not only by looking at those candlesticks, you want to utilize support and resistance. You don't want to just be like, let me put this line right here. You don't want to just look at that price. You want to see, okay, we was at a support. We was at a support, and that's why we started to get those $8 moves. That makes sense? Them motherfuckers ain't gonna teach you how to trade, right? Because they really don't have a bag, right? I laugh with Jordan about this all the time. And when I'm saying that, I'm talking about anybody outside of these discords, right? Not our team. But they're not gonna teach you this stuff because one, they don't know it. Two, they're getting paid off of subscriptions. Look at how many lifetime members we have. Keep thinking that the business is making that much money. Some people are getting paid out of our own pocket, right? Because we just want to help. We want to be a service to the people, right? I'm saying too much. It's not stuff that y'all need to know. But long story short, right? That was a support, right? So if we look right here, we can start seeing the bigger moves and why they're printing out so much, right? Around those levels. So that's something that you want to be able to do, right? I think I gave a lot of context behind that. What you think, Roger?
Yeah, crystal clear, Moody. Thank you.
Awesome. You're more than welcome. So now, where was we? We was on a 5-minute time frame. That first white line was our entry. Our original entry was right up here, right? We know that we're not overbought, so we can still go for it. We also checked the 1-minute time frame. So what I was saying is we entered in right here. You can add, if you would like, to your position right here. If you have a decent account and you size correctly, right, you can go ahead and take profits or just go ahead and trim and just hold some runners. Or if you want to add to your position, you can, right? So now that we've done that, let's take this back because we entered it on the 5-minute. We're running. We're like, oh, okay, bet. But we're not going to forget, oh, we were utilizing a 6-hour to trade. All right, cool. Well, this one has been running, right? So now I'm just going to allow one candlestick to come out. Bada bing, bada boom, right? Let me just take it back to the 5-minute time frame. We're going to get a whole bunch of candles, right? So now this was our entry point, right? We could have entered in here or we could have waited. Remember, we entered in right here, right? So when it got here, you could have entered in. Hey, if it would have came back down, you're good. Remember, we have a stop loss here, right? Don't get out of your trade, right? One thing that I would tell you that you can learn how to do, I don't like to average down, right? But if you bought the high and you already was in a different contract and you just added to your position, right? And it starts to trail down, you can average into that position if you would like, right? Because you know that you're playing support and resistance, right? So, but if you wouldn't like to do that, what I would tell you to do is another trick that I do, right? When this falls down, I'm like, dang, this might be down like 15%. I'm still up on the other one. I'll buy another different strike price. Even if it's one above it, because I say if I tripled up and laddered it and I was like at the money and I already went out the money and this one went in the money, but now it's right here, I just go again out the money. Once this one, the new contract is going to start printing me money. As soon as it's in profits, I'm cutting the one that I lost on, right? I used to hold it until it got back into some profits and then cut it there. Nah, I just go ahead and cut that one and keep holding the winner. And that's just a strategy that I do, right? But that's something that you could have did if you would have waited a little longer, right? Just to say that you was okay with these profits and you're just trying to say, hey, I want to wait for a candle to close up above here or something of that nature, you could have waited around here on 1 o'clock and you could have seen the consolidation and you could have just held those calls and swung, right? For PayPal, if it was SPY, you could have did something different, right? But it's all going to depend on the security and does it move like that, right? So now I'm going to take you back to the 6 hour. Ooh, that was the 6 minute. This morning star has now turned into a continuation, right? Because you have your morning star and now you have a continuation. Now let me go ahead and take you back to these pictures right here. Morning stars always get, I wouldn't say that, majority of the time they give continuations. If you catch the morning star, you should always get into, not always, most likely get into a continuation. What I mean by that, morning star, and it continues for a little bit, right? Sometimes you just get them like down here, morning star, and it just blasts off for you and keeps going, right? And those are, that's just beautiful. You're normally catch that with the RSI being at being close to oversold on smaller time frames and picking up on bigger time frames. Does anybody have any questions about what I went over with the Morningstar? Some user says yes. Same strike price, same strike with same expiration. You can, right? But when I like to average, like when I was just talking right now and I was saying averaging in, same expirations. I'm not going to do a different expiration, right? Same expiration. The only time I do different expirations, depending on the security that I'm utilizing, right? If it's a small account builder, meaning that the theta is going to be extremely low and the Greeks are good, I will go weekly, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks, and I'm not going to sit here and catch you. And Jordan likes to call it a ladder. I like to give myself room to be like, okay, if I just bought all 3 of these strike price, and depending if I bought them all at the same time, and sometimes majority of the time I do, sometimes I do like to wait. But if I do that, it just allows me to breathe, where it's like, okay, I may get out 50% of my position on the weekly contract and hold those the rest of that 50% position off of greed. Off of the charts as well, but off of greed, because I'm going to make a bigger percentage off that weekly contract, but I will not be swinging that weekly contract unless it was Monday or Tuesday, right? I won't be swinging that weekly contract on Wednesday, unless I just got in there and let's just say I was in profits and the theta was extremely low. Appreciate it. Good breakdown. Appreciate it. All right. Ray, was you able to overstand the Morningstar?
Yes, I got that. Thanks.
Yeah, all right, bet. I like that. You're more than welcome. Oh, Ray, another thing. This is a Morningstar right here. See this freaking crazy ass price action?
Yeah.
That's still a Morningstar.
Yeah.
The reason why is because this is just wicks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we trade the Morningstar. I'm gonna just let it play out real quick to see if we get some more continuations just to show you it. That's your continuation, right? Off of the Morningstar, right? It's coming back down from its breakout. This is called a retest, right? Right here. And that's the evening star. The reason is retesting right here. You see your entry point? That's what the retest is. That was your entry point. That's where it broke out of, right? So it should always come back and retest that. You also now, how do I want to do this one? Well, I'm not going to go too in depth with it, but you have like a fair value gap right here, right? So this is your fair value gap. Once you start to learn candlesticks and learn these price action stuff, you start to see things and you be like, all right, cool. How can I take advantage of that, right? And you basically buy it anywhere inside of here, right? You don't want to buy it down here. You want to buy it anywhere inside of here. It left that fair value gap and it's starting to create another one, right? And that's it. And that's that trade. If we would have held too long, we would have lost all that profit, right? There goes another Morningstar right there for you. Look, I'll let it play out real quick. Morningstar triggers, take the trade. Right? A little bit of consolidation is failing, give you an actionable signal. Let's see if it's still going to take it. Let's see if it'll give us the Morningstar right here. Right? Nope. Went down. You lost that trade. It's all right. Cool. Actionable signal. I love actionable signals on the gap down like that. Right? Bull flagging. Now it looks like we're ready to break it. Right? See? Bull flagging. All right, cool. And all of this will still be respected. Right? Because I chart very well. all of these lines will be respected. So you can use all these lines as rejection, or you can use all these lines as break above, right? And if it holds above that red line, go ahead and go. Even though that was a stop loss, it's still good price action. You see what I'm saying right there? That Morningstar just came. Now it's holding over price, taking you right back over there, right? Took out that target, and that's where PayPal is right now. And now that I was able to see that price action like that, I'm gonna tell you, you should be swinging PayPal. Go check the 4-hour time frame, see if we're overbought. We're not overbought. PayPal is definitely tomorrow hitting $78. And that's his target right about there. And that's how quick I be just seeing certain things, right? Y'all got any questions? I'm thinking about running through another one, but I'm trying to see if I got any questions first.
So Moody, you're calling out that it's going to go back to 78 or 79 to finish that, we'll say cup.
Yeah, it's in a cup. It's already in a cup and handle right here that broke out. This is the inverted head and shoulders. Let me draw it out.
Yeah.
Shoulders, head, shoulders. Oh, it's like right there. Blast off. It's a nice old cup, like you're saying, kind of handling right now. I would like to complete the market structure, which is right here. Wow, take that, get it, and be honest, bro, this should probably, hopefully it don't gap up so I can catch it tomorrow. And here, I'll give y'all a gem. We're still going through the charts and stuff like that. We're gonna get more in depth. Once we get past all this stuff, understand that y'all in MSC teach, right? If y'all wanna like swing certain things or something of that nature, y'all can always just like tag me in MSC teach. Like when we get to the point where we're now on live and we're showing our charts and we're trading live and things of that nature, you could be like, yo, Moody, it's 3 o'clock power hour. You wanna, you think you can help us find some swings? That's always gonna be the best time to find swings. Or like 3:30, 3:40 is gonna be always the best time to find swings. Why do I say that?
Yeah, Jordan always calls the swings at like 358 or 359 sometimes. So it makes it hard to get into them. Yeah, and you'll start to learn, like once you start to chart your chart, you'll start to be like, oh, okay, cool, it's time to go look for these swings, right? If you look at even, and this is why I find my swings, because I chart so damn good. And this was our for the day. Let me just take it to the daily. I charted this, right? This was our entry point. Sometimes it'll gap up. Who gapped up on us? GameStop gapped up a lot. But it's because they had earnings. Target. Some from yesterday. Oh yeah. I also gapped up. It's just because if I didn't chart it, you're not gonna be able to see it. So you see that gap up? This is why I like to go find swings towards the end of the day. Because then I gotta find a reversal on a small time frame and then like chase it. You know what I'm saying? That's automatically, oh, let me take profits or trim mostly my whole entire position, leave some runners, and I could call it a day early in the morning. I love days like that, right? But yeah. Did you have another question, bro? Or I don't remember what we was talking about. Yeah, could you have predicted that GameStop would have ran up so high, or no, because it was basically off earnings? No, I would have not predicted that. I would have said like GameStop would go up just because it's a meme stock. Yeah. But I wouldn't predict it going up as far as it did. I wouldn't predict that. And what did we hit? We hit right here. It's still gonna follow market structure. Like if we go to a bigger time frame, it's just the PMG took all them out, boom, and came right to its market structure. You see the market structure right there? Yeah. Look, really right here. That's the market structure. Anything above that goes up, anything below that goes down. No, I wouldn't have predicted that. I wouldn't have. But I did swing some BlackBerry. I'm in a few meme stocks. Let me go check them out, see if they ran yet. Oh, come on, bro. Hurry up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this to explode.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely in BlackBerry. Cat. Look at Cat. Everything did great. Cat's another one that you should be watching right now, and you should go long on them. Cat's gonna blow. And when I tell you Cat, look, we're at 224. Cat's definitely gonna hit 241. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Cat's definitely going back to 241. That is a $20, damn near $20 move. That would change your life, bro.
Definitely.
I'm dead serious. Read the Greeks.
You know, that's my inspiration on my monthly contract. You know,
You said what, bro?
for the month.
What'd you say?
I said that's my strike and everything. I was like, oh, 240 for the month. Let's go.
You dig? It'll change your life for real. Y'all got any questions though? Y'all want me to go over something? I think I got a question though. I just went over the Morningstar. I don't like to waste people's time. Would you like me to go over, like, this is the question. I just went over the Morningstar. This question is for all patterns. Do you want me to go over the Evening Star, the reverse, the opposite of the Morningstar, right? The bearish side of it. Or would you
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
All right, cool. So would y'all want me to do that on all the patterns? Like say if it's a tweezer bottom, how would I look at the tweezer tops? And things of that nature. I think it's important to do so, but I don't want to feel like I'm wasting your time. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The only reason I feel like that is because I'm obsessed with this, and that's why I disabled the Moody chat and MSC. I'm just like, yo, let me jump on live real quick on MSC Teach. Let me show them this. Let me do this. Let me do that. But sometimes I get ahead of myself, and I know how to teach, and I know like, nah, they need to get all of this first. Probably next month we'll be there, and they'll start to see, but that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to do with you guys. But sometimes I get a little ahead of myself, and I want to like just go crazy. Would you guys want that though? Am I wasting your time? Would you? Because I know you guys are invested into this, right? Would you guys like me to be in depth and break down that Evening Star as well as I did the Morning Star and the tweezer bottoms, like going bullish and bearish, so you can know both sides correctly? Or
Yes.
would you? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
because we're supposed to be going from the beginning, so that's fine. We're
All right,
supposed to be getting everything.
All right. It just be me. I'll be ready to rock and roll. I'll be ready to rock and roll. But all right. To be honest, I'll probably make it a different class. It's just because of the time. Wally said break it down. Definitely, I got y'all. Let me go over chat. I have watched so many profitable trades go red because I don't know when to get out. Okay, definitely. Zoom user, what I would tell you to do is, I guess I'll just do a pop-up class. And allow you guys to show your screen. How about, would you guys like to do a pop-up class? And on this pop-up class is literally like, I'll show my screen, but anybody that wants to participate can show their screen and show me where you're, okay, Moody, I entered in right here and I can help you with like, this is why you should exit the trade here and things of that nature, like understanding the market structure. Yup, that would be helpful. All right, we got one person that would like that. Okay.
Yes.
Blessed 13 would like it. All right, bet. We can make it happen. All right, cool. We could do a pop-up class. All right. We could do a pop-up class, but don't worry, like I promise you, I probably haven't done it with some of you guys on a one-on-one session because of how it went and the questions you guys asked me. But like say if somebody needed a one-on-one session with me and they really didn't know what to ask me or anything like that, I have exercises that I run through with people. Like I did it with Fried Daddy one time, like late night MSC, where it's like I'll sometimes allow the person to chart their chart first and be like, hey, let's talk about bull flags, and have them draw bull flags or cup and handles or whatever on that chart. And everything that they missed, I'll end up going and recharting it and showing them how I see it, and then have them do it over on a different chart, right? Because if I have you do it on the same chart, I've seen people do it, you're going to be able to just remember what you just did. That doesn't mean that it clicked. You're good at remembering. Yes, Bugz, that would help me a lot. Yeah, I got y'all. We'll definitely make that pop-up class, and we'll probably just do a training session as well. If we could do it on a pop-up class, we will. Affirm, do you see it going higher? I got calls Friday and I have 11:30 target. Cool. You want me to ask you some questions? Because when I read stuff, I'll be having questions, but sometimes I'll just be like, oh, never mind. User, my question to you would be, okay, you bought it Friday, right? Today is Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, right? That's 3 days. Start counting your theta. Go look at your theta on your contract. You lost. When you think you're down and the stock is going up, it's because you keep losing theta, and your theta may be too big because you're on a weekly or a 2-week contract, but this theta on a firm is kind of low, right? So you have to think about Saturday, Sunday, you lost money, right? Monday, Tuesday, if that thing still wasn't red, you're now losing money because the stock is going the opposite direction on you, and you're also losing more money because of theta, and you're choosing to swing it. Right? So what is the percentage that you're down? I'm not down, I'm up nice in profits, but I'm trying to see if it'll go higher or if I should sell it. I love that. All right, so let's go to Affirm. And that's good. Affirm reverse too, because I remember looking at it. Hell yeah, that shit about to go up higher, bro. You just 4 hours just went to the uptrend territory. Are we overbought on the 1 hour?
Does this run with PayPal? I think it does.
Affirm? Yes, it does. They're the same type of company.
Yeah, you said PayPal was a buy.
Yeah. The hours overbought. We can still get another little push. We definitely get another little push. Hold on, let me chart it. Let me see something. What's today? Tuesday? Today Tuesday? Today Tuesday? Oh shit, you got time, bro. Today's Tuesday. Holy snap. Let me see. Let's check my 2-day chart. My Tuesday chart. Morningstar activated, holding over. We just talked about the Morningstar. 3-day. Give me an action. Yes, actionable signal. I'm getting all new chart, all new candlesticks tomorrow. I know my 5-day should still be running. 4 days running for 1 more day for us to go 3-bar. 5. How bullish are we on the 5? Actionable signal, potential Morningstar. Cool. What's my 10-week telling me? 10-day. All right, potential. And how did we open up this week? We still inside? No, we went 2 up. We went 2 down. So it's trying to go 3-bar as well. Potential Morningstar trigger activation. All right, now that we've done that, that thing look beautiful. Let me just check the monthly chart because I don't be on them like that. They losing momentum. That's good off of the evening star. All right, so now that I did that, let me just take them to a 12-hour time frame. All right, cool. Now that I did that, I'll bring it back to Affirm. I want to stay on a 12-hour time frame. I need to check futures. Yeah, we're gonna fucking run tomorrow. Yeah, we running tomorrow. Yeah, we running tomorrow. Yeah, automatically $30 up from there. Yeah, we running tomorrow. I'd say we take out this target and then consolidate and probably come back down and reach the daily unless we just had some good volume and we keep going. Tomorrow's Wednesday. When the Fed speaking, I think it's Thursday, or is it tomorrow that they speaking?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they talking tomorrow. They probably talking like at 2. Dang, you couldn't just go to the website for me? Y'all doing too much. that's at 2. Yeah, what the fuck? Trade this shit all the way through 130. Fuck what they talking about. Oh, my bad. My bad, was my own mind. Yeah, trade it to 1 o'clock. Yeah, I still say we'll run. Let me check the 6-hour time frame. Yeah, bro, we out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We just chilling at the market structure. Look, this is just look at this. Just let me delete that. Just look at this. Just look at that actionable signal. Like, come on now, man. All right, let me check one more thing. Yeah, people don't be doing this because they really don't know how the market moves. Yeah, bruh, fuck out of here. We still holding like that? Are you kidding me? We gonna fall soon, but they probably gonna run it up for the rest of this week. Dang, I went too high. Let me check this weekly. Bro, come on, Bitcoin. I want you to hit 30,000. I'll take some profits. Weekly. Yeah, bro, we just chilling at the 50% retracement. Yeah. I still say the market go up tomorrow. Of course, you'll get a pullback, things of that nature. Let me check a firm now again. Yeah. You said you need, what was your question though? Moody, answer the question. Your question was when you can out. Let me see. What was it? No, here's someone. Right here. You had a target of 11:30. All right, you need to know when to get out. Gotcha. Let me go to the smaller time frame now. The hour was over. It was bull flagging. All right, there goes our pullback. Man, listen. Listen. Don't get scared if you come down here. You don't want to hold below. Where's the fucking support? Right here. Yeah. Should I bring them down just a tad bit? Nah, that's perfect. You don't want to hold below this price, 978. If you go under 978, I will get the heck out of that trade. And not lose any profits, right? That's just a risk if you want to risk some of that profit, right? Definitely look for it to bounce off of the 50% retracement. Hold on, I didn't even give a full analysis yet. You probably already about to bounce. 15. Yeah, we're looking for the bounce on that right here. So that means it bounced on the 5-minute. Damn, I'm that fucking nice. It broke. So where did we actually get our balance? The 7-minute? All right, it's the 8-minute or 10-minute. 10-minute bounce. There we go. So 10-minute. All right. 1 minute. Are we bouncing? Yes, we're bouncing. I wouldn't even, nah, bro. Just utilize this as a stop loss. Your 50% retracement at 10-11. What was your target? 11-13. Are you gonna hit that target? Moody, let's go check if we're gonna hit 11-13 for her. You definitely gonna hit 11:01. 11:13. Is that market structure? Nah. Where's 11:30? Oh, you probably getting this target. 11:18 is the target. Yeah, you'll definitely hit 11:13, but I know for a fact you're gonna hit $11. I wouldn't risk 13 cents of a move on a firm. So I'll look at taking profits at that psych level of $11. Like just trimming if you want to hold a contract or two, depending on how you size your position, hold a contract or two, right? Risk some of that profit to hit about 50% retracement and see if it'll hold from there to take you back up. But definitely around $11. And I would say tag me tomorrow too. Just tag me like, yo, Moody, what you thinking about a firm? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you this, if you tag me, a firm don't move like that. So if you tag me pre-market, I'm still gonna have the same analysis. If you tag me when the market opens up, at least 10 minutes into the market open up, I'll have an analysis by then. If you tag me an hour into the market opening, I'll know what the fuck is gonna do for the rest of the day. Anybody else got any questions? Thanks, Moody. You more than welcome. Absolutely noted. Yup. I'm not a bad man. I'm a good man. Why you a bad man? Boy, stop playing. Nah, yeah. I know. My mama tell me all the time. She's like, I don't know what I done created with you. Well, I don't know what you about to do with your son. But yeah. I'm just trying to spread my light. I got any other questions for me? Trying to think. Can I give y'all a gym? I gave everybody a gym. I told them this. I put out another leap on Amazon. Here's your gym. See this whole candle right here? We're gonna retrace that. We're almost overbought. Set a 12-hour. Because remember, the 5-hour don't move like that. 12 hours still got some time to room to move. Yes, sir. Reason I'm telling you this is a gem is because DBX pays great hour. How are we? Damn, we too overbought right now. Ugh. Let's see if we fell down yet. Oh yeah, we did. I will check them tomorrow. If y'all remind me, I'll put it out for like a quick swing or a day trade or something. But yeah, I love swinging DBX. I love trading them. It's one of my favorite stocks to trade. What's the best time frame to find market structure? Market structure is on all time frames. Market structure is on all time frames. It's just your swing highs and swing lows. So even if I was to delete all of this, I'm gonna just draw out market structure. You see the range? And that's why I broke out of there. That was that market structure. But then you have more market structure within there because market structure highlights support and resistance. See this morning star? Market structure. Look, right here. Once I put it, you'll be able to see the chart and be like, holy shit, it is, right? Your other market structure, right here. Your other market structures, right here. Oh, that one, yeah, that is it. And we can fix this one just a tad bit, right there.
So that's just basically the fib is what you're doing. You're just drawing the fib manually.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I'm not drawing no fib. I'm drawing market structure and support and resistance. If I was to grab the fib, that's not the fib.
In the bigger,
I'm trying to understand, why did you think that this was the fib that I'm drawing?
because you got your support and your resistance, and then you did a 50%. It looks like you just did a 50% inside of the support resistance.
Nah, you just see that. But that's dope if you see that. Which one's the 50%?
No, initially you did a 50% on the resistance up top. And then you had a middle candle, and then you had another line, the third line.
Yeah, that's just how you see it. That's not what I did though. But I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this. I'll redo it so you can see what I did. You're talking about like when it was looking like this.
Yeah, and then you just cut everything in half.
Yeah, nah, I did. That's not what I did. That's just how your mind perceived it. But I was just drawing support and resistance. First, I did the market structure, right? I did the market structure from the top, did the market structure from the bottom. And I honestly think I didn't do this one first. I did it down here, and then I did the resistance. And then I did the morning star. That starts to looks like the 50% retracement because it is going to be similar to it, like right there, right? Just going from that range, from that white line. But once I did that right there is gonna, since I'm a fib trader and I utilize the fib, you're gonna see the fib like that. right? Because that's how my fib is, white, white, red right there. So that's why you saw that. But that's why I came here and I took them tweets of bottoms right there. Even though I'm right here, I'm looking at this and I'm looking straight across and seeing how it adds up with my support and resistance. Then I drew it right there. Then I come back to this break. I'm seeing a whole bunch of candlesticks open up right here and close right here, right? So I chose to get the green one and I did it right there.
Okay.
Because it's all that is the market structure. If I was to take you down to a 15-minute time frame, yeah, they're going to be a little bit bigger, right? But that's going to be your market structure. Even if I like take it from right here and open the candlesticks up, you'll be able to see how, oh, it did respect that. Oh, it did break out. Oh, it did hit that, come back down. You know what I'm saying? Came back there and broke back out. Now that I'm on this bigger time frame, it's just gonna allow me, now that I got all that market structure in there, to draw some support and resistance, right? And let me just say I draw some real quick, make it a different color. Like we have a resistance, right? Support, which was a resistance prior, right? That turned support. We also have a resistance right here from these tweets of tops. It breaks out, right? We also have another one right here, and that one's so easy because it gapped, right? So you know that was the market structure, right? AKA support and resistance. And you got some more right here, right? This one just travel. You see all that resistance, breaks up, resistance, comes back down. You can see it again right there. And now I could go like this, and you can look at the whites like market structure and the yellow like support and resistance. That makes sense? I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense, but I asked y'all because I don't know if it makes sense to y'all. Yes. All right. Awesome. I think that's it. I can't think of no gems. My mind, I'm just thinking about my child. That's why. I said a child. I ain't got a child yet. I do got a child. Oh man, he's almost here. But let me see if I leave y'all with a positive message. Oh yeah, I listened to my boy today. Let me see. All right. I'll leave y'all with some good wisdom, real quick. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Let me go in the chat. See y'all blowing up the chat real quick. See you next class. Absolutely. Thanks. You're more than welcome. Absolutely. For the people that's gonna stay on to hear this last little bit of message, I'm gonna drop this right here, play it for a couple of minutes. Just take it if you want it. Jump off the class if you don't want it. All right, here we go. Come on. Spirit Christ came to us and say, come on. Come on. Come on, be strong to death. Strong. Who gonna stone you? Stephen, get away from me. Jesus, can't be in trouble with it. I guess. And then you realize that was the one for you. You're like, oh, what Jesus at? He gone. Yeah. I gotta go back and do it. Nathaniel. I'm trying to tell you, man. I only deal like. Yes, I will be posting the recordings. I'll post all the recordings in MSDT. And anybody in MSDT can get all my other recordings too. You're out of here. I'm gonna start striking people out. I need to. You know? Can't tolerate that no more, baby. You know too much truth to be doing that. It's too much truth for you to still be doing that. You sitting on that couch and haven't moved. Just sitting on the couch. What's wrong with you? Nothing. What's wrong with you? Talk right now. All right, whatever. I'm gone. At the end of that time to go, now you moving around the house, dancing in the corner, playing your music, drinking your wine, tooting that booty up in the top mirror. You feel what I'm saying? Then you hear them coming back to the door and you sit there down. What you did all day when I was gone? What you worried about it for? I'm living in that type of energy. Why? Like, why? Before you go ahead, give me that key back.
What? Man, give me that key back. Man, I'm not about to be playing with you. Oh, I'm about to leave. Which one you trying to do?
Let me fast forward. Let me see what you're talking about.
When that pale skin do it, okay. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that your own kind do it. You ready to beef with them for being nice to
Hey, listen, I be listening to people. I don't care if you say pale skin. Take it in your perspective. If he's saying pale skin, think of the other skin, right? Take the message. Don't listen to something and be like, hey, is this person racist or da-da-da? He's talking to his people, right? To try to educate them on something. So even if, say, you're not from that demographic, listen to it and utilize it in your perspective, right?
What's wrong? So cap. This is for the pale skin that beat one of us up. Yeah, I won't be. So I can go in the street with y'all, bro. Because I was trying to be in the street with y'all before that happened. And y'all was mad because I opened the door for you.
And it's my brother, so I'm gonna just clarify that. What he's basically trying to say is when my culture helps their culture, right? And you see someone that's genuine and nice, we tend to be like, why is this person so nice or this or that? And you lose your own blessings from someone trying to help you. But if it's someone from a different culture, right, you tend to want to listen to that person more or make an excuse or whatever, or treat that person better, right? It's the same thing as treating your family members or your relatives better than not treating them a certain type of way, but treating strangers better, right? And that's just psychological. Everybody goes through it. Everybody actually does that. You treat strangers better than you treat your own family members or your relative. And the reason why is because you care. You care about what your relatives or your family thinks about you. Whether they've gotten on your nerves or you don't communicate like that, regardless of the fact, you care about their opinion towards you to a certain detriment, right? To a certain degree. So when we care about something, and that's why that book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, is really good. When you stop to care about things, it's not to say that, oh, you just don't care about it no more. You overstand it and you know not to give that energy anymore. Why? Because you know the results that come from that, right? So if you're in a heated argument, right? Regardless if you was wrong, the way you always win that battle is by keeping a level head, being calm, letting the other person act agitated and belligerent. And all you have to do is once they're done, you just ask them, are you okay? They're going to like, you just ask me if I'm okay. Like, you see what's going on. And you'll start to like see like, oh, okay, this person really just wants an argument, right? Because whether you agree to disagree, what I believe in life is that no one's wrong, right? There's things in life that you do that you know, like, hey, that's wrong. But even like to relate it to the charts, like Ray, for an example, I thought that was a 50-50. You wasn't wrong. I let you know what I was doing, what I was intentionally doing with my intentions, right? To get you to see what I was doing. But regardless of the fact, you was right. You still saw the 50-50, right? And that's one thing that I understand, that no one's really wrong. Everybody's right into their perspective until they're able to broaden their perspective and see life in different angles, right? I'm able to see life. I've been homeless before, so I know what it is to go without and not to have at all, and watch people walk by you, right? Even though I was fresh as hell and stuff of that nature, most people didn't know I was homeless, regardless of the fact, right? I wouldn't say wealthy, but very well off. And I know what that feels like. And I also know what it feels like to be living check to check, right? So that's why I say I see life in 3 different angles. So I'm able to understand certain things, right? I'm able to understand someone my age and have the mindset that they have, right? Especially if I'm able to know the environment they grew up in And even if I get to see like 3 of the people that they normally talk to, that'll tell you a lot about that person, right? Because we only associate with people that we want to become or be like. Remember that. You only associate with people that you want to be like or that you want to become, right? That's the reason you guys are associating with me. When you're associating with someone and you know that they're well off or they're wealthy, what you have to remember is, I'm well off, I'm wealthy too. If I'm able to speak to Moody and I know that he's a multimillionaire, or if he's not a multimillionaire, right? Regardless of the fact, you're on the same plane, I wouldn't say playing field, but you're on the same frequency as me, right? If we're on the same frequency, you have to learn how to frequency hack, where it's like, this person is at a high level, speaks high level conversation, talks about this. How you integrate yourself into that is by bringing high level conversations, is by adding to whatever someone's talking about. I promise you, you do that, you're going to stand out to that individual. That individual shall always remember you and want to pour into you. That individual is just like Luther. I communicated with him so much that I can be seeing something on a chart, or I could be doing something and his name will pop up in my head and I'll just hit him up like, yo, Luther, look at this. Yo, Luther, watch this. You know what I'm saying? But that's because he frequency hacked. He has bought real estate in my mind. I sometimes think about Luther. You know what I'm saying? Just think about y'all and think about the people that you think about sometimes when you're trading, whether it's Jordan, whether it's me, whether it's somebody in a group. That's frequency hacking. That person now has real estate in your mind. That means that that person has made a connection with you somehow, some way. That makes sense? That's how I became wealthy. Like, I put it all on my story. Like, the guy I be talking about, Speedy, I ain't put his dad on the story, but I even tagged him. Yeah, I could have went to his Instagram. Yo, who is this guy? Oh shit, this motherfucker's what? I be trying to show people, like, y'all really want to know my story? Y'all want to know who I am? Look, come around here. But yep, that's all I got for you guys. I pray that that was enough positivity to fill your heart. Remember to just move out of love, out of kindness. Fuck it, I'm gonna pour into y'all. Like, y'all want to know if y'all had a fucking breakthrough? You're at a breakthrough is if your spouse is getting on your fucking nerves and always like, man, all you're doing is on the Discord, all you're doing is this trading, all you're doing is that, all you're doing is that. If you're losing friends, because you don't want to hang out with them, or they don't want to do what you're doing, or you just don't want to mention what you're doing, that's great. One thing I'll tell you too, if you haven't mentioned that you're a trader to people, don't mention it to them. They're gonna send negative energy towards your way, regardless of the fact if you think that they're for you. You got to remember, people want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. Right? So I say that to say, like, even my mom, when I quit my job, I didn't tell my mom I quit my job. Even when I started doing this, my mom knew I was doing this. My mom like supported me and stuff of that nature. But when I knew like I'm doing this full time and stuff like that, I didn't tell anybody till like maybe close to my birthday, or like, yeah, it was like close to my birthday. Yep. Or like after my birthday, I had told some people and I told my mom and things of that nature. Why? Because I'll give you an example. I'm not going to mention the person who it was, but I remember one time I was going to be fasting, right? And I'm the type of person, if I come and speak to you and I'm telling you about something I'm trying to do or something of that nature, 9 times out of 10 is a test, right? And it's more so, I don't fucking need your confirmation. Like, if I talk to somebody, I'm not looking for reassurance or anything. I'm really just telling you what I'm about to do. And it was somebody close to me telling you what I'm about to do, to just get like some positive reinforcement. Like, yeah, you got this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm looking for, right? So I remember I was gonna be fasting, and I had asked this person, and one of the first things that came out of their mouths was like, dang, bro, you're gonna be fast, that's hard. I quickly right there, I was just like, all right. Started talking about what I think it was like the PlayStation, or because I had ended up getting a PlayStation 5, so we ended up talking about that shit, but I don't even play that shit. But I said that, why? Because I knew not to talk to him about that. Why? Because you already made me, you didn't make me feel some type of way, but I felt the energy, and it was like, it's not encouraging, it's not nothing. I don't want to tell you anything that I'm doing secretly or doing anything with God, because you're already not sending positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? And if you learn to do things secretly and just do it for yourself and do it with God, you shall always reap the benefits, right? And also, like you see, like I could call out a banger, whatever the case, somebody could give me praises. What do? I always give it to the Most High, right? Because I know that I am a vessel. I know that, yes, I am putting in the work. I am putting all this skill set in, but bro, I haven't ate at all today. I munched on something just to break fast and start talking to you guys, but I haven't ate at all today, right? How am I able to continue? I know it's me, but I know my thoughts. I know my doubtful thoughts, right? How am I able to continue to push forward and do the things that I'm supposed to be doing? I went to a meeting. My wife's having Braxton Hicks, right? People at the meeting is looking at me like, man, yo, man, go home, bro. Like, we appreciate you coming and stuff like that, but go ahead and go home. I'm definitely not about to listen to you because you just told me what to do, bro. Who the hell you think you is telling me what, man? Go tell your child what to do. But I don't express that to people. I just think about it in my head, like, man, who is this person? Like, why are you telling me? Do you tell your wife what to do? Go tell your wife what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that. Why? Because I set boundaries in my mind. And I have that conversation in my mind just to remind myself not to listen to that person. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, every time I listen to someone, I get distracted. I get off track. I do this, I do that for the simple case of wanting to help that one person. But would that one person do that for me? That's what I'm starting to learn. And it's like, if that person won't do that for you, don't go the extra mile to do that. If you have time, right, at a later date or a later time, go ahead and do that, right? And I still struggle with that, right? Why? Because I value what people say, right? I invest in the people. I don't invest in ideas. But yeah, that's about it, man. My biggest struggle is my spouse. She's always hating on me, spending too much time on the charts. It feels illegal to be on the charts near her. Hate the feeling, but I want this so bad. Yeah, so when it comes to your spouse, that's like one of the easiest things to get over. Like, you just got to come out of love one day, right? And don't come out of love like doing the charts or something like that. Come out of love like doing something for your spouse that she would really like and deserve. You taking her out or doing something, right? If you do something for your spouse, she's gonna feel appreciated and she's gonna feel like you're being mindful, right? And both by the end of that night or whatnot, just let them know that you want to have a conversation with them. That's already going to alert them like, yo, what are you talking about? You trying to break up with me? You know what I'm saying? Thoughts will go through the mind, right? And then when you sit down, you just tell them how much you appreciate them and let them know, like, you're a man. So, like, the easiest is, tell her straight up, like, you remember your ex, baby, I'm not trying to get you a new bag. These men out here want to get you a new bag. I don't care about a new bag. I want to get you a new lifestyle. I want you to be able to do the things that you truly want to do, right? And things of that nature, and just let them know, like, hey, I'm locking in on this because this is something that I believe in. I don't feel like, it's not a hobby. I don't feel overwhelmed doing it. I don't like, it's something I could fall asleep doing this all day. Like, I stare at you all day, right? But let them know how much passion you have behind it, and, and things of that nature. Like, your spouse is something completely different. If you alert your spouse to understand that this is something, whether it's trading, this is something that you truly care about, right? If your spouse cares about you and you say it out of love, not say, if it comes out of an argument, it's not going to come out right. If it comes out, oh, well, you're supposed to be, you're always on the chart, don't do it. You want to do it out of love because they're going to be in love with you, right? They're going to be in that love frequency and they're going to be able to comprehend you much more. If you're in a heated conversation or going back and forth, comprehension can escape. That's one thing I'll say. Like, my wife knows what I'm doing. My wife knows that I'm building businesses and I'm also educating people and I'm doing the best that I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I say, like, bro, I'm only really supposed to be on the class for about an hour. And then, like, okay, we'll run the next class, run the next class, run the next class, right? But I try to put myself in your shoes, right? Like, how would I feel if an educator come up here and just broke down this stuff and stuff like that? All right, cool. What I understand is, Moody, you can't go with how you feel. You learn too fast, bro. I learn at a rapid rate. Like you can give, if you want to test me, you can give me something brand new and I probably will have it mastered by the end of the week. 9 times out of 10, you can give it to me right now. It's about to be 11 o'clock at night. By the time you wake up tomorrow, I will know how to utilize whatever you gave me. And I will be able to tell you this and this and this and that. Why? Because I have time on my hands. You give that shit to me right now and be like, all right, cool, bet. I'll get like 2-3 hours of sleep. I'll be straight. Eat me some sea moss. You know what I'm saying? Give me some apples. You know what I'm saying? Some ginger. Like drink some tea. I'm gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and grab me some grapes. Smash them grapes up real quick, just so my blood flow can flow a little better. You know what I'm saying? Throw peppermint in my mouth. I just know tools and I utilize them. Right. But I appreciate y'all as well. If y'all got any last things or any last questions, please let me know. Cause I'm about to go smoke and eat. I don't even think I may trade for the rest of the week. I may not, be honest. I should have been done trading. I haven't been hit these monthly goals, but I'd be greedy as fuck. All right, I think
I want to say thank you, Moody, for taking the time out to train us, and teach us.
I will educate y'all. I will never train y'all.
Sorry, not train, right?
No, don't be sorry. No, sorry. I'm just saying that so y'all can understand the words. I will never train y'all because that's what they do to animals and that's what they do in school. They indoctrinate people and train them to be a certain way. I will always educate you, right? So that you can have a choice, right? Whether it's on the chart, whether it's life, whether it's spirituality, you know what I'm saying? I just know that I know things, and the things that I know enough to know that I know nothing. But if I have the rights and wrongs to something, I feel like it's my responsibility to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same thing. I grew up in the streets in the Bronx. My friends did the same thing with me. Like, oh, you want to sell drugs, Moody? Well, this can happen. This can happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just gonna tell you the good parts about it. I'm gonna tell you the downside and the good side where you can go ahead and make a choice. But yeah, you're more than welcome, Roger. But yeah, that's my time. Yes, this is still being recorded. As soon as it's done downloading, let me stop the recording.